Hello everyone, hello all, welcome back to Formula for Speed. I'm one of your hosts, Chad, here with my other lovely co-host. Excited to be here, by the way. Please introduce yourself.
Hello!
What's your
I'm
name?
the Babyface.
The Babyface. Babyface!
Yes.
Guys, we're here. Monza.
Monza Sprint Race.
Sprint Race. They say this is the track, the mecca of speed in F1. Guys, let us know what you think. The Sprint Race is here, Babyface.
Yes.
The Sprint Race. Now, you know, stated this before, I'm not a big fan of these sprint races.
Yeah, you've
A lot can happen. I think one of the drivers got my drift, what I was saying before, that can happen that I didn't like. But we are here nonetheless. It was exciting. I was excited to be back in Monza. Was not happy about Kimi, but excited to be back.
Yeah.
He wasn't here with us, but big win in the sprint race for Valtteri.
Yes. Even
Big
though, because his power unit is being changed, he's going to have to start on the back of the grid.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Hamilton was up there. Bad start.
Bad start.
It was just a bad start, and he lost 3 places, or three.
Yeah.
3. Well, two or 3, whatever. But it was an interesting start from him, and after that, I kind of figured, me personally, guys, let me know what you think. I didn't think he was going to take too many chances in the sprint race, because if you mess up here, your race tomorrow's done.
Well, yes, for Hamilton individually, yes, because he is in the championship fight, so he doesn't want to make any stupid mistakes that will ruin his chances at being able to compete tomorrow.
Right. Guys, I was happy though, overall. My McLaren boys, yes! And my guy, Danny Rick.
He needed that.
Needed it. Front row of the grid, because of Valtteri, he's starting P2 tomorrow.
Yeah, he finished 3rd for the sprint race,
Yeah.
but because Valtteri is not going to be able to start pole, everybody got moved up a place, so Danny Rick is going to be in P2.
P2.
We haven't seen
Him and Max, go ahead.
Danny in the front in
Ages.
gosh,
What, since 18 or 19? 18?
it's been
Since 18.
Ever.
Since he was with Red Bull. Because 19, he wasn't there.
So
he was
the
at Renault.
old Red Bull teammates starting in the front. You actually predicted correctly. You said McLaren was going to be a problem this weekend.
Guys, let me know in the comments. I said it. I knew it. I knew it. Because they're running that Mercedes power unit, and they have a pretty good balanced car. Their car is balanced very, very well. My guys balance the car well. So I was happy to see it. Norris 4th. I felt bad for Gasly. I'm going to just get it out there. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of the sprint race. His race is essentially ruined for tomorrow. That's how I feel.
I think it's a matter of perspective. So for everyone that maybe didn't watch the sprint race, Gasly, lap 1, like going into the first turn, it was very tight. That first corner in Monza is
Everybody's worried about
difficult.
it. The first, yep.
And so he clipped just a little bit the
Was it
back
Rick?
of one of the McLarens. I'm not sure which McLaren it was.
Norris. I think it was Norris.
But he clipped the back of one of the McLarens and damaged his wing, which then as he kept going, the front wing started to go under the left tire, and he was able to slow down before he went into the gravel. So thankfully he was fine. So to your point, yes, he's the biggest loser for the sprint race, but here's why I think it's a matter of perspective, because in my opinion that would have been the same start tomorrow and it would have been done. His race was going to be done anyways if we took the same start we had today during the sprint race and transplanted it tomorrow. To me, he now gets a second chance, because even though he is not starting how he started the sprint race, but he's getting a chance to come back tomorrow. So it's kind of like, you know, to me it's like this thing could have happened during the race and he could have been out and done, but now he's getting a second chance.
The reason why I say that is because if this were tomorrow, I don't think... What catapulted all of this, guys, if you watched it, Lewis's bad start. I don't think Lewis makes that bad start in the actual race. Because it pushed him back and it disrupted the flow of the McLaren, honestly.
I disagree. I've seen Lewis have some not so stellar starts. They don't happen often.
I have seen him. I just don't think he's going to make that start in the actual race. And I do. It happens. But I will say, I wish... Yeah, I'm looking at the standing. Him and Bottas have the chance to charge back through the field.
Yeah.
I think they're going to run into issues when they get around the Ferraris.
Yes.
Because the Ferraris finished solid. Guys, they were 6th and 7th. Solid finishes. The other guy I was happy for, Giovinazzi. His home, I mean, this is his home. This is where he's from. And guys, he's racing for his seat. That's what they're stating.
Yeah.
And he finished 8th. He put on a performance.
The other great loser was Kubica. Because Kubica had a minor contact with Tsunoda, but the contact was...
he was going on the outside. It was racing incident.
Yeah, it was racing incident. I'm not blaming anyone, but he had contact with Tsunoda and it caused him to spin.
It did.
So he crashed out. So in the sprint race, lap 1, we already had yellow flag safety car.
Yep.
So hopefully tomorrow, which is why I like to think of it in perspective, hopefully tomorrow, the guys, I hope that today was a stark reminder of what can happen because of the sprint race, and hopefully we can make it past lap 1 without a safety car tomorrow.
You know who came out the biggest winner of all to me this race? Max.
Well, yeah, all he had to do was just follow Valtteri. He didn't have to overtake him.
He just had
he knew
easy,
that Valtteri was going to have to, no matter where Valtteri finished, he had to start.
When Lewis bogged that start and he realized Lewis was not going to get past the McLarens, I think he realized, I'm okay. I think he realized I'm okay. So, he came out a solid start. Perez. Rough. Qualifying.
Remind me, who did he have a squabble with that he had to give?
Lance Stroll. So he got ambitious, and I get it. He's trying to make his way back up to the as close to the front as possible with these little bit of 18 laps you have to work with, right? So he goes a little ambitious. He goes on the outside, I believe, and when he realizes he doesn't have it, the next corner's coming up. He has to take the escape route with the bumps and stuff that meant to slow you down. But as he takes that, he gets back in front of Lance Stroll. Waits a little bit to take the place back. He does. He waits a little bit to take that place, to give the place back. And they didn't get on the radio right away, guys. And I was like, man, he should have... I thought it took a little longer than normal, but okay, no big deal. And, so he had to give that place back. And he ended up passing Stroll later on, so it didn't matter. But... that was a little rough for me. I was like, man, he's 9th. He finished 9th, babyface. And I think ideally Red Bull wants him closer. If you think about it, if it wasn't for Lewis's bad start, it would have been once again Max versus well, no, because Valtteri's at the back. But under normal circumstances, like the race after this, if these Mercedes can eke out a little bit more performance, it's going to be him versus 2 Mercedes, I think. So
here is a thought. Do you think Red Bull is starting to regret signing and extending Perez?
No, I don't. Not this soon. I know he's had a bad couple of Grand Prix.
Are you sure?
I don't think so this soon, because who would they, you think about it, who they want instead?
Well, Albon is going to Williams. But
he wouldn't outperform Perez. He already didn't do it.
Yeah, I know that. But I mean, there's a slew of guys in F2 that they could tap.
They're not ready to race that hard to drive Red Bull car and run competitively against Max with that pressure. Don't see anybody in F2.
You know what? I think the pressure is on Perez now because I don't know.
It is. Now, to be fair, Perez has the pace to charge back through. To me, Perez is going to run into issues. I'm looking at the running order now, guys. He'll get past Giovinazzi. He may run into some things with the Ferraris if they're still running 6th and 7th. His issue, if Hamilton doesn't get past the McLarens, he's going to have to run into Hamilton. But if he gets past those McLarens, right, my 2 guys, he's not going to easily get past those McLarens.
So what is the starting grid for tomorrow?
So starting grid for tomorrow, it's it's Verstappen, Rick, Norris, Ham, Leclerc, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Perez, Stroll, Alonso, Vettel, Ocon, Latifi, Russell, Tsunoda, Mazepin. For the first time, I think he's starting. For the first time all year, he's starting. He's positioned himself ahead of his teammate, and after him, it's Kubica, then Mick. So
last Bottas.
Yeah, and then after that is after Mick, I believe it's Bottas, then Gas, or after get Bottas in the back. So
yeah, Bottas is P20.
So I think those two guys can make their way through. I think where everyone's going to, from 8th on back, you're going to run into issues with these Ferraris and either Hamilton or the McLarens. You're going to run into issues. But everything's going to come down to strategy and tire choice. We got a little glimpse of how those tires are looking, man. Those, even the mediums for Bottas looking a little...
Yeah, the mediums took a beating after just 18 laps.
Yeah, I'm not real confident in these medium tires, babyface. I've not been confident in the tires that Pirelli has provided all year. I think that's a known fact, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not feeling these Pirelli tires. I'm just not. I'm not a Pirelli tire fan this year. I don't know. Red Bull's making them work. Red Bull's making them work. They just have the best machine out there this year, to me.
They do.
Along with my McLaren boys, I'll say that I'm partial.
Of course you are.
Partial. But other than that, it was a pretty straightforward race. Not too bad. You had one unfortunate accident with Gasly, which is a racing incident. And then other than that, pretty straightforward. 18 laps. I think it was good for the fans. I think it was good. And that's why I wasn't too mad at this, because I think Italy won it. They needed this, right? They needed it. So... guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Did you like the race? Did it go as expected? How about you, Babyface? What did you think?
Yeah, I agree. It pretty much went as expected. Yes.
Yeah, so predictions for tomorrow, Babyface. Guys, let us know what your predictions are. You're a Mercedes. You're a Mercedes girl.
Yes.
This Hamilton, if he learns from his start he had today, tomorrow I think he's going to have a much better start.
Agreed.
Do you think he gets past those McLarens?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it'll take him longer than he probably wants to.
But I think he'll get past.
But I think he'll get past the McLarens.
Do you think my guy, Danny Rick, in that first corner, first straight, is going to have a good battle with Max?
Oh, yes.
I've been wanting to see that for a while. I've been wanting to see that for a while.
I would love to see Danny Rick on the podium. You know what? And I know Lando is the stronger of the two drivers, not by talent necessarily, because they're both insanely talented, but by, Lando's clearly more comfortable with the McLaren. He's been there longer. But I would love to see Danny Rick on that podium, just to boost his confidence. He needs this so bad.
I will say this. He does need it. But I think if he can race on form like he did today and in qualifying, right? If he can stay on form, him and Norris are going to give, at first, that first stint, they're going to give Max and Hamilton a handful. Especially Max.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Max. If they work together, it's not going to be easy for Max. This is the advantage of having a teammate up there with you. So I think you'll finally see a race, to me, and I could be wrong, guys, let me know, where Max is going to miss not having his teammate up front.
Listen, this is why I'm telling you. If Max loses out tomorrow in the front because there's no one to back him up, I wouldn't be surprised if Red Bull reconsiders extending Perez's...
it's already signed.
Okay.
I get it. Really? I know.
Really?
I know. They did.
With Red Bull, really? The team that will swap you out if you breathe incorrectly.
I mean, you know what you're getting with him. Look, Red Bull's pretty straightforward. Here's what we need. We need you out there running with this guy, Max.
I would love to see a Red Bull contract. Because I want to know exactly what
I think it's pretty straightforward. This is what we expect. If you don't do it,
bye.
Goodbye. You know what I mean? They're like the American DMVs out here. Don't call the next number. Now calling Alex Albon. Phone window number 4. That's exactly how DMVs are. That's exactly how they do, man. They call the next dude up. You're out of there, man.
You know what? They probably have a fantastic HR system. They're probably like, well, Sergio, Checo, may I call you Checo? We won't fire you, we will place you. We will find you a new home where you can thrive.
Honestly, that's probably true. And something else they may do, I think they just walk past them like, you know, you're playing games. This is what we're doing. Come on, man. Like, I seriously think Red Bull's like, Perez, look, we need you out there. Now, you know what happens. It's happened to the rest of them. They probably hit him with this, one of these. Yeah. Yeah.
The debrief sounds like
yeah.
So. Max on pole. Checo.
When you hear this, you know what? Checo, listen. Here's the thing. Here's
what exactly is the corporate talk to you? Like, what do you think?
They're gonna hit him with the guy. Here's Checo. Oh God! Bring my coffee, please. Give me one too. What do you want? And that's how they do. You guys, if you're in corporate, you know how they do. Listen. Here's what we're looking for. Here's what we're expecting, because we want to be as straightforward as possible. Transparency, right? Here's what we're expecting. Here's what we're getting. There's a gap, right? And what we want to do is work with you, work together to make up the gap. We got to close a little more. If that doesn't happen, we're going to have to, and not saying we're doing it now. We want you to focus on driving and not worry about the ladder. But in the meantime, we're going to worry about the ladder. And what we're going to have to do is search possible other options. We know you have it in you. That's why we signed you. So we're completely confident that we're not going to have to exercise that option. So we need you. We really need you to be running a little closer to the front. And I think that's kind of what Red Bull's stance is when they talk to the drivers that are not running up there with Max consistently. I think that's how that goes, because if those McLarens, I'm telling you guys, if my McLaren boys work together tomorrow like I know they can, I'm going to give Max the fit.
So based on what you've seen from Giovinazzi, do you think he deserves to stay?
I think he does. Let that Italian driver stay on the grid. But I think there's a lot of politics in F1 and everyone knows that. So I think I don't hear enough people talking about him. I don't. I really don't.
I really don't watch him. I have to admit that.
I think he's one of those drivers, and to me, he's a talented driver. I think sometimes he gets lost in the mix most of the time. So I think he's doing enough to get that, to earn that seat. If he can keep running this strong from here on out, why not give it to him, right?
Yeah.
Him and Kimi, I think, would make a great pairing. So
you mean him and...
Not Kimi, Bottas.
Yeah.
Next year. So I'm also excited for Williams. That's my second team. Yeah. Albon and Latifi, I think that's going to be a strong pairing.
Yeah.
So, guys, we were satisfied with the sprint race. I was actually satisfied with the sprint race. Let us know your thoughts. Did you like it? Were you happy? Any predictions for tomorrow? Let us know. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm pretty much done with it, babyface. Any closing remarks?
What is your podium tomorrow?
Ideally, I would think it would be Rick, Lando, then Max, if they work together. Hamilton fourth.
That's your prediction.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Honestly, I think it's going to be Max, either Lando, or Max, maybe Hamilton, then Rick.
I agree with that.
I think Hamilton's going to pull something out the hat. I think dude just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like
the Avengers with it. Gets on my nerves half the time. I'm like, where did you come from? You just come out of nowhere. So, yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Babyface. I think that's my prediction.
Ready for tomorrow.
Ready for tomorrow. So, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.